Welcome to my channel, Kim Life, the Simply Balanced Way. I am Kim. Today I wanted to review my shot. This is injection day. So I wanted to review this is my seventh shot. This is my 8th week, my 7th shot. And it's my second shot of 5 milligrams on Mounjaro. So I wanted to kind of review where I am and how the week has been. Overall, there's been no change in the weight. I'm still hanging out at 177. So I guess that's good. It's not going backwards. I'm not gaining, but I'm not losing, unless it's in ounces. I'm not really paid close attention to the ounces. I'm still at 177. I've not had any major side effects. I've had maybe one night where I got up and had to take some Pepto or a slight headache, which one Advil kind of took care of. So nothing major, just slight aches, slight pain, and that was it. But I am a big baby when it comes to stomach pain, so I just try to eliminate it as soon as possible. So what has taken place with my injections is I ended up taking 5 shots of 2.5 milligrams. And that was due to some discussion between the insurance, my provider, and the pharmacy over one of the what should have been my second box of 2.5. So what took place, as far as I know, is once I got to the refill, one place was saying the refill wasn't there. The doctor's office was saying the refill was in place. However, I ended up having to skip a shot. And I also ended up at the doctor's that week because I had a scheduled appointment. So she ended up giving me a sample, which is how I got to 2.5 milligrams. So I took the 2.5 milligrams for 5 weeks. Ended up skipping the second month of 2.5. I was supposed to be on 2.5 for 2 months. That didn't take place, and I was prescribed the 5 milligrams. So I've been on 2.5 for 5 weeks, as I said. I keep repeating myself. And then I was on, this is my second 5 milligrams. And I will be on the 5 milligrams per the doctor for 3 months until I get back to her in November. And her plan is to increase it at that time. But we'll see when we get there. I'll see what is needed, if we need to increase or not. I was able to see the dietitian on 8/22, so that was good. That was my first appointment with her since I've been on Mounjaro. So we went over my caloric intake. We discussed previously, we had already had a goal of my calories being 1353 prior to Mounjaro, and I was having difficulty getting the 1353 in at that time. So I discussed it, because now it's worse. So we reviewed my calories, some of my options, as far as I do eat a late breakfast. So I tend to eat breakfast about 10:30. I just don't like to eat it too early. So we discussed a couple options, such as having a protein drink prior to breakfast without having to move the breakfast. And we also discussed moving the breakfast, like moving breakfast a little bit earlier, maybe an hour earlier, so that later in the day when I'm not eating, I'll have that time meals spaced out so that I can actually possibly get another meal in. But basically I eat between 10:30 and 11 o'clock, and I try to end it by 7:30, 8 o'clock. And because my meals start so late, by 6 o'clock or 4 o'clock, I no longer want to eat in the afternoon. And then sometimes it's after 8 when I get hungry, and I will grab a protein drink just because I don't want to eat a whole meal that late in the day. But we discussed those things. I also discussed with her if she thought I needed electrolytes, because I've been listening. You know, I listen to a lot of people, and I take, I'm willing to take advice from anybody that has gone before me and know what's taking place. So because I'm diagnosed with high blood pressure, we talked about, you know, the sodium and things like that. But the electrolyte that I found is this one, Ultima. So Ultima has like 55 milligrams of sodium, so it's not that bad. And she actually said I could take this one if I felt like I was sweating or releasing that much water, and, you know, eating lower carbs and things like that. I do tend to go to the bathroom at least a couple times a day, and then with working out and going through menopause, yeah, there's a whole lot of sweating going on. So I'm taking the electrolyte every other day at this point. She said she didn't see a problem with me taking it daily because the sodium was so low. However, at this point, I'm just taking it every other day, and then I'll see how that works out, or if I see a need, I'll go up to the daily. But other than that, so this has been a great product that we discussed. We discussed another one of my snacks. Hold on, let me grab it. We discussed this one. So this was something new I saw that I tried, and I liked it. And it's not heavy like some of the other protein bars that I've tried. It's Magic Spoon, and it's I like chocolate and peanut butter, but I will say I didn't taste any peanut butter in this at all. I liked it. It's chocolate. I'm a chocolate person, so it works for me. The other thing that was in here that I found interesting, and so did she, was when they were doing the net carbs, this product actually subtracts glycerin. I don't know if you can see that or not. It subtracts the glycerin, if not, to get the net carbs. So my new thing that I learned was glycerin was actually sugar alcohol, and I didn't realize that. I just have never seen that on any product I've tried. But anyway, this to me was tasty. She actually approved it. The fat in there was not as high as some of the others. The sodium is low. The carbs were the carbs ended up being 2 net carbs, and that's normally what I go by. There's actually 50 milligrams of protein and 7 grams of fiber in that. So that's approved. And that's one of the things I do like about going to see her, is that we go over what I actually eat, and I'll bring my products in and she'll go through them. If I feel like they're increasing my sugar and it says it's low in sugar, we kind of go over it so I understand it a little bit better. So some of those things I'll probably share. I have actually been going to the dietitian for a year as of October. We started that way before we started the Mounjaro, and I'm kind of glad that we did, because it allowed me to change my eating habits prior to starting Mounjaro. So we were off to a really good start, and we'll continue for a while. I don't know what happens when I reach my goal weight with the dietitian, but we'll see. But ultimately, those are, I think, all of my topics for today. And we'll keep the snacks as a part, because we've actually gone over quite a few snacks over a year, so maybe I'll share some of those and her comments on those, and I'll share some of the things that I have implemented in the year, because I actually started making my own almond milk instead of purchasing the almond milk from the store. So I've been doing that for about 3 years, and I'll continue to do that. It works for me. And maybe we'll make one together here. And then there are a lot of things that hopefully that'll come to mind that we can share as we go, as I get closer to meeting these goals, hopefully, and we'll change the channel into something a little bit more healthier. But ultimately, that's it. Thank you for being with me today. And until next time, be in health and prosper.